everyone, happy Tuesday. It's time for another Ask Nick, and this question actually comes directly from Instagram. Last week I talked about my best year ever as a professional runner in terms of gross revenue, the amount of money I brought in. If you didn't see that, I'll link it right here. Make sure you watch that at the end of this video. But it started a lot of questions like this one from Vincent Liu 06, who says, Nick, do you think track is a good career money-wise? Well, it's a fantastic question, and I think it's probably a question that was on a lot of your minds when I said that I did make significant money towards the latter part of my career. But I'll tell you exactly how I answered his question here on Instagram. I said, absolutely not. It's a bit like playing the lottery, to be honest. Now, that was just kind of a off-the-cuff answer on Instagram, and I want to go more into depth on what I mean when I say, no, it's not a career choice, it's a bit like playing the lottery. And in order to illustrate what I mean by that, and maybe rewind a little bit and say it could be a good career choice for certain people, I want to tell you what I would tell a 14-year-old, a 22-year-old, and a 30-year-old. In each one of these scenarios, I would tell them something different depending on where they're at in life, what their goals are, and ultimately, I think this will illustrate why it is a bit of a lottery. So, to run professionally is going to require two things: hard work and talent. People ask me all the time, can you become a pro runner if you don't have talent? No. You have to have some level of genetic abilities to reach that top level. Can you get there without hard work? Absolutely not. Just because you have talent, if you don't hone that talent, you're not going to reach that upper echelon that actually makes money. So you have to have a combination of hard work and talent. And that's kind of what I meant by saying you have to have, it's a little bit like playing the lottery. You do have to have that lottery ticket. Now, if you're a 14-year-old, you don't know if you've been issued that lottery ticket or not, right? You may have some desire to work hard, you may have some natural talent, but you really haven't reached your physical peak, so you don't quite know if you have that genetic lottery ticket that can take you to the top level. At the age of 14, I had never even run a season of track and field in my life before. So to young runners, I say, who knows? Maybe you do have that lottery ticket. Maybe it is a great career choice for you one day. You won't know without putting in the hard work, without honing that talent. So to young runners, I never try to diminish their dreams. If someone had told me at the age of 14 that I wouldn't amount to anything in track and field, who knows what would have happened? But a lot of people believed in me. And so to young runners, I say this: who knows? Could it be a good career choice for you? Could you be the next Usain Bolt? Could you be the next Allison Felix? Absolutely. We don't know without the hard work. And you're young enough that it's okay to take those chances, to try a lot of different sports, to try a lot of different events. You may actually be the athlete where it is a good career choice for you. To a 22-year-old, maybe you're just coming out of college. If you're not signing a pro deal out of school, it's going to be really hard for you to make this a good career choice. In fact, I would say if you're not signing that pro deal out of school, it's a bad career choice. And this is what I mean by that. By the age of 22, after you've gone through high school, after you've gone through college, maybe you ran in college, if that genetic lottery ticket hasn't flashed big bright lights to you, it's probably not going to happen for you. For me, in my own career, at the age of 22, I was offered a pro deal from Nike to live and train professionally in Eugene. It wasn't a big deal. It was actually a very, very small deal. I was just barely above the poverty line. But it was enough of a lottery ticket to say, hey, I'm going to get paid to do what I love, which is train and run. And I'm going to get a chance to develop further with more resources. And maybe, even though it's not a good career choice today, meaning I was making far less than I could in almost any other field, if I continued to progress the way I've been progressing, this could be a really great career choice for me. So for most people coming out of school, I would say it's a bad career choice. But if you are seeing huge returns in your training and seeing a very clear path towards making a lot of money with this wild card, this lottery ticket of pro running, it could be a great choice. Now, if you're 30, I'm sorry, if you haven't found a way to make great money, and even if you have found a way to make great money, it's not a good career choice for you. And let me tell you why. In my own career, even at the age of 30, I recognized that pro running had, it definitely had its shelf life. I woke up at the age of 30 and I realized I only had maybe a few more good years of running left in my legs. And that was a guy, at the time I was ranked number 2 in the world, and that's what's in the back of my mind, is this career is coming to an end very soon. So if it hasn't happened to you by the age of 30, it's probably 99.9% not going to happen for you. The rare odd exception is in ultra running or marathoning, where some people have the best part of their careers in their 30s or later. But on the track, if you haven't done it by the age of 30, it's not going to happen for you. If there are exceptions to that, let me know in the comments below, but I can't think of any. So, is pro running a good career choice? It is not, in my opinion. And this is a guy who made, over 7 figures over the course of my career. But it wasn't a good career choice because for career, I define what's your earning potential over the lifespan of a career. And as a guy who ran 12 years, the average career length of a professional runner might only be like 3 or 4 years. I got 12. That's a small miracle that my body held up for that long. But a good career choice is a career where you can make money for decades. The one asterisk I will add to that is that I was able to parlay my success on the track into a career that has longevity. And of course, I'm talking about being a content creator or an entrepreneur. And not everyone can do it. I was able to do it just because I genuinely love connecting with an audience. And if you check out my other channel, Nick Simmons, I'll link that channel right here. You see that every week I'm trying to create content where I'm actually out in the community interacting with my fans, because it's my favorite thing to do. I would do it for free. I just love it that much. So there are ways to continue that career. Coaching is a great opportunity. If you've been a pro athlete and you parlay that into coaching, that has longevity. Working for a shoe company, if you love product design, if you love being in the running community, that can be a great way to take that name that you've built for yourself and have longevity. But in and of itself, is pro running a good career choice? I think it's extremely risky, because I think for how many of us want to make it, a long career, maybe far less than 0.1% end up doing that, or end up making enough to ultimately retire off of that income. So that's my answer to that question. If you're young, if your dream is to be a pro runner, I'm not going to quash that. I think that there are a lot of young athletes out there, I'm looking at you, that if you work hard, you can find out just how great you can be. But make sure you understand that that is a short-lived career, and that you ultimately have to have an exit plan. My exit plan was YouTubing and RunGum, and I am very grateful that I had built out that exit plan while I was still running. So I love when you guys ask me these questions. DM me your questions over on Instagram, and I do my best to interact with you guys in the comment section and through DMs. And Vincent Lou 06, man, I appreciate that question that led to this interesting discussion. And so I'm gonna hook you up with a pair of shoes. Guys, every single Tuesday I give away a pair of shoes on this channel. All you have to do to enter in for a chance to win is follow me at Nick Simmons on Instagram. See you next week.